but I keep getting stopped by something. And so I said to her, I had this feeling I needed to look at her past lives to see what had caused this to happen. And literally, I was taken back 124 lifetimes ago with this lady, and she was in Babylon in ancient Persia, and a part of the Persian Empire, and she was literally being brought up to become an evil sorcerer. And they brought her into this at the age of 9 years old, and had her drink the blood of an infant that they killed for this purpose. And at that point, she made a blood oath to serve Baphomet. Baphomet is the god that the current Satanists are honoring. In fact, I met a lady in Mount Shasta who had a Baphomet tattoo on her back, which I was like, holy crap, you know. And so anyway, I asked Jesus, what should we do? And he says, change the timeline. Go to where she's 8 years old. And this was the same period where Solomon had his kingdom on earth. And Solomon was actually raiding into the Assyrian land to bring back people who had been taken by the king of the Persians, and because they were stealing people and enslaving them, even out of Israel. And so Solomon was having people go in and bring these people back, and they would go in, and they'd also, they needed more gold and silver to build these seals of Solomon. And so they were instructed to even bring back gold and silver. And so Solomon was the one who was teaching about sealing all these demons and different entities up who were not wanting to serve God, and seal them up until they accepted the redemption of God or the love of God. And so what we did was we created a new timeline that when she was 8 years old, instead of being groomed and brought into being an evil sorcerer, because when she made the commitment to become an evil sorcerer, she did a blood oath. And as you remember, Jesus taught us not to make oaths, covenants, promises. He says just say yes or no and leave it be, because these covenants and contracts we made can be made over many millennia of time. And the contract she made it so that she was having trouble accessing the love of God, even in this lifetime, because she made that oath and covenant. So we changed this in that she was actually saved by these people who Solomon had sent into the kingdom. They found, and in this life she was a male, and they found this boy, and they literally took him out of there so that he didn't have to make this blood oath that was going to happen. And this woman, she felt a huge shift in her current soul when we did this, that she did not make that oath, that blood oath. And she was amazed at how much more open her auric field felt. But I want you to know, this is going on right now. You know, it's interesting. Last night we gave a talk about the quantum field. And in the quantum field, everything is happening in the now. So even though the war in heaven started way back when, we're still experiencing it in the now, especially in the now. And we can shift things in the past to change in the now. And very powerful to know this, because time is actually a circle. It's not linear. It's all happening now. So we can shift our consciousness in our past to create a new timeline in the now. And it's very important that we know each one of us have this ability. And so basically, I just wanted to tell you these two stories because it's very magical what we can do now in even shifting timelines. And as I look at what's going on now, we need to shift our timelines to make a better future, a future that's going to bring in the ascension. So, yeah.
And the lady who was telling about that he went back is a personal friend, and she called me last night, just over the moon with how she felt.
Well, thank goodness, thank goodness. Yeah, it works. It works.
It works. And at the base of everything is your intention. My intention for this group is to empower you, not to empower me. I don't need to do that. I know who I am. But to empower you. And as you empower you, then you empower another person, another person, another person, to help you understand how magical you are. There isn't anything you can't do. I'm going to read a real brief statement here. What is your first name? What? Your first name? Cheryl. Cheryl's in the class. Cheryl.
Cheryl.
I like that.
Nice.
We like that.
Okay, this is a bit about love. When you create with the truth of love, you create in the abundant world. You will know your true power. You will remember yourself in all the radiance that I have always seen in you. This is from Christ. You will see a world that has no lack. You will see a world that has no death. You will see a heaven. You will remember me. You will wake up from your dreaming and you will know me once again. You will know once again that I am love, and you will know the beauty of creation and how much more we have yet to create. The riches of this world that you once wished to possess are nothing. For you will remember you have no need. Why would you dwell upon nothing when you already possess everything? Your being is everything. Thank you for letting me read that. Now what we're going to do is Linda is going to take over the next part of the class, and we're going to do healing using the violet flame, learning different ways to heal yourself or to pass healing on. So this is going to be her part now in this, because this is important. St. Germaine wants this done.
All right. How many of you are loving this class? Is this like amazing? Amazing information. Cynthia's doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much. She puts a lot of time and effort into this. So, first of all, how many of you are working with the violet flame outside of the class? Awesome. Yes. Okay. So, what things are you using it for? Everybody just share one thing that you're doing.
Use the powers of nature and force the elements. Put my world in divine order.
Oh, love it. Okay.
Global and cosmic reasons.
Yeah, mine is like global as well as freedom for America.
Do your mantra that you do.
Okay, which one? I have a couple different ones, but
They're very applicable right now.
we're talking about violet flame.
Yeah.
Okay, violet flame is, I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame to light illuminate thou. I am the violet flame in mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame blazing like the sun. I am God's sacred power freeing everyone.
And do your America one.
Oh, I am the resurrection and the light of America's freedom in the light of the cosmic Christ. And what that does is it actually just opens a door. It's Christ said, I am the open door that no man can shut. And that just by that decree alone, it opens the door for the ascended masters to come in and do their work. So we are the call. They can't do the work without us because we are an embodiment. We are unascended beings. And so we have to make that call for them to come in and do the work. So that one's really simple. I am the resurrection and the life of whatever it is, and I chose to do of America's freedom in the light of the cosmic Christ. So I am the
And
resurrection.
we'll
and the life.
practice that one after we go through, because that is
That's
important
very
right
hard.
now.
It is
Yeah,
very hard.
very.
It's just like open the door, and then I just visualize it, and I just see it them coming in and doing their work.
So beautiful, thank you. Okay.
Well, an example, like 2 days ago, my nephew's car broke down. He needed a new car. And he was going to the dealership. And as he's leaving, I'm like, I placed the whole situation in the violet light, knowing that he will find a solution to his problem, and for his higher self and for his highest good, that he find the vehicle that's perfect for him in every way. Sure enough, last night he showed up with a Prius, and he was financed and everything, and he was all excited about it.
And it
I'm
all
like,
just worked out.
and this is a guy who has no credit. He's been
So it
struggling
was a
with
pure
credit for a
miracle,
long time.
basically.
So it was amazing. Yeah.
Love it, love it.
I've just been using it to clear a couple people and bless a couple people.
A lot of the same things that I've heard. I feel like intuitively, I just know when I get to use it. A lot of times for protection, but also for, I guess the thing that came up for me is I don't remember which one of you said it, but I expect miracles moment to moment. And so I just noticed that when I'm living in that and when I'm putting that out, or when I'm stepping into that, I do see miracles, but I also feel like I'm being my true authentic self in that. So
I've been using it to basically purify myself and clear away those energies and allow more of my lower self to inhabit my body, so my energy is building and healing myself. And there's a really good meditation with Archangel Raphael together with St. Germaine that's really good for healing that I've been focusing on through the Radiant Rose Academy.
Oh, yes, yes.
So
Yeah, very familiar with
thanks
Radiant
to
Rose,
Jane
yes.
for introducing me to that.
Yes, so beautiful. Alcazar.
Well, I've been using it to embrace the immortality of my soul. I have improved my health dramatically over these years and continue to clear negative energies that take away my energy. I'm 66 and I run 4 to 5 miles every morning now. And I've been using that along with prayer to demonstrate to people to not embrace the mindset that I'm in my 60s or my 50s or my 80s and I should not be able to have energy, or I should be getting old.
Yeah, I'm getting old. I
And,
can't do those things.
you know, and when I run 4 miles, sometimes I'll hit the 3rd mile and I'm 66. Can I actually run another mile? That's my mind saying that. But God says, keep running, until the legs don't move.
Yeah, right.
And so being an example of that physically for other people and sharing with them the nutrition and the prayerful mind attitudes that have contributed to that is part of what the Violet Flame has helped me with. And the other part is simply to embrace the prosperity of divinity that allows me to be a healer. I'm an astrologer, and I've been kind of a spiritual midwife for people these days to help them understand their life purpose. And the Violet Flame has helped me to continue to believe that I can be an instrument of love.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing. All right. How about you?
So I've been utilizing the Violet Flame
even before this class, and it's fascinating to hear how everyone utilizes it just a little bit differently, but also for the same things. But what I've been focusing on is utilizing it to be my authentic self in every place, and to call in community, because I felt really lonely here. You know, I moved away from everyone that I knew, and it's amazing to me how people have been, you know, drawn to me, or I've been drawn to them, and I've been guided to put myself in certain situations or go to this thing. And but as far as meditation, I've been utilizing it to ground. I don't know that there's some debate as to what like the love frequency actually is, but to me it feels 12D. And so I've been doing these meditations to ground that through me into Mother Earth.
Oh, that's okay.
And it's really powerful.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, me, yes.
Oh. Was the question just like how are you been? Yeah, what are you using the violet flame in your life?
Well, sometimes like when I step into it, like it feels good, but sometimes I think I do it without knowing it. So I don't really know exactly. I just know that like my heart has so much, even like more gratitude for other people, especially today. Like the last few weeks, like I just cry, like so happy, like my heart's gonna like explode, because I'm just so grateful for people and things showing up, and it's always so beautiful. Like even something so simple and stupid, like I had to make my dogs food before I leave the country, and last night exactly the amount I need is like right there. Like it's just like that flow that's just so beautiful. So is it like I feel like the purple flame just has added to and assisted me to a higher level, because I didn't always like specifically go into that light or call in that light or like work with St. Germaine, and like so it's kind of newer to me in that sense. And then if that makes sense, it's
Oh,
just
yes.
like okay, good. I'm used to people like looking at me like I don't know what the heck you're talking about. So it's okay.
You're in a good group here. We all kind of go, yeah.
So like okay. So I don't know. I just feel so like even that picture on the wall. I was in Vegas, and that picture showed up one day when I was in a store. I didn't even buy it. Now I'm like, I didn't buy it. So every time I come here, I see it, and it's like I wasn't familiar with even that picture. You know, not consciously. However, I probably was before, and now it's like reminding me. You know, so like I feel so grateful for everyone in here, because you guys are such teachers to me, and what I take, I give back. So I'm so grateful that you guys all show up, and when you share something, it's that piece, I need it. So no matter how silly you're like, why did I say that? And then, you know, and I'm grateful that you know not to judge yourself when you say something, because, you know, you get past that, right? And so I'm so grateful. I feel like I'm becoming, leveling up, being an adult. Some levels, let's not get carried away. So I'm so grateful. So thank you everybody for all you give to me.
Yes, and we send blessings on your journey, for your trip, and all your humanitarian work, and we know that you make this a real priority, and we've been blessed for that.
So the Purple Flame, this is my first time at this class because usually I'm working.
Yes.
But I have been doing the DNA recreation, right? Since April, I live with April.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that, and then like I feel more energy. I use it to like, and when I'm doing it, my visualization is so amazing when I'm creating the strands. And when I'm done, I get irritated because I can see one that I didn't create. You know, so the next time I go through it, I do that. And my favorite thing is the Star Children? They're on the bench waiting to come in and run up to me, and it's just so exciting when I'm doing it. That's my favorite part. I love when that part comes. And my blood and everything flows, and at work, I build houses and block walls. And I've just noticed, like, since I've been doing that, I have this energy that just soars through me. And I love it. So that's the only thing I really know with Purple Flame. And when I do that, when I'm sitting there, picture myself like just glowing as a purple flame. So it's pretty intense. I'm really bummed I can't come to this class every week. It's really awesome. It is. I love
I know
it.
it is at a strange